All right, here we go. Head to Sports City and look at that. The blades are back. The blister is healed. I'm back in the game. Hey, if you remember, I skated through a blister all the way to Rec Room, put myself back a couple weeks, but did what needed to be done for a Game 3 win. So I'm back on the blades today. Blade into Sports City, where it starts. Let's go Sabres. Jameson's first Trainwreck solo shoot. How we feel?
I'm feeling great. I can't wait to see the Sabres hopefully win, and yeah, let's get some good energy going.
The rock star has arrived. There she is, the rock star. There she is. Woo! Pizza time, boys. Pizza time.
Pie in my life.
Breaking news: Sam Carrick in the lineup. How we feeling?
My feelings for Game 3 just went from here to here. Sam Carrick, and that might not seem like a lot, but in the eyes of Mike Rizzo, that's like 12 inches right there.
Reinforcements, this is good. Obviously it's not Ostlund, but it's a guy we haven't seen in a very long time that brought a much needed spark to the depth of the Sabres. If the role players keep playing hot, who knows, he might even find the back of the net tonight. Cammy Clooney in the building. Sports City set is underway, Don, ahead of Game 3.
Can't wait, baby. Can't wait.
Who's your early first goal scorer?
Tage. It's got to be. Only way he can get back.
You think he's playing injured?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think that's any of our business.
I think he was butthurt about the question because he was so bad. He's like, wow, I played so bad, they think I'm hurt. Fuck.
That might have been the one that hurt.
Woo! Look at this shit.
Our home and native land, true patriot love. Oh, say does that star-spangled
Very own anthem singer Cammy Clooney! Make some goddamn noise if you're ready to bounce back and whoop some Canadian ass! I said make some noise, goddammit! Make sure you're tipping your bartenders. We're going to be doing giveaways in each intermission.
Tage with the first. That's how you make up for it, baby. That is how you make up for a bad game. Look at this shot. Just an absolute shot right off the boards. Right back to Tage. That is how you start a hockey game. 1-0 Sabres. Ooh, look at that sun. Woo! I gotta say, early on, Ryan is playing fantastic. He's answering the bell. I got this awesome little flare happening. 1-1 score. I mean, it's lucky to be that. Lions really playing great, and honestly, that went off our own guy, Timmons, right into the net. I mean, defense has to play better. The whole team has to play better in the defensive zone.
And I fucked up.
All right, we got a power play. 1:16 left. Montreal coach is fucking crying his eyes out right now. We need to capitalize. Let's go up 2-1 before the period.
I know UFC 328 was last night, and we just witnessed Hamza Chimaev and Sean Strickland. But this is not the octagon, folks. This is a sheet of ice.
Also, there's a heavy rumor Zach might make it for the third period.
No way.
Let's see if we'll get our maniac in here. We'll see. We'll see. Bullshit. We have the Canadians crying about offsides, crying about every call, and now they're starting shit at the end of the first period.
Alrighty, folks. Could have been a better end to that first period, but the fact that we're on the board early has me feeling good. Canadians 0-3 when trailing first in the postseason, so we got to be happy about that, and we got to be happy about the fact that we're giving out away our first winner at the first intermission here. First winner is going to receive a $25 Sports City Pizza Pub gift card, courtesy of Trainwreck Sports and Herd of Buffalo Network. The number is 439-421. 439-421. Let's go! We got a winner, and he's got a Warpath shirt on. That's what I love to see.
All right, folks, last but very not least, we are here with our anthem singer, the very own Cammy Clooney of the Buffalo Sabres. Cammy, what do the Sabres need to do to tighten it up in the second period?
I think maybe tighten up defensively and get more pucks on net.
Okay, and then last but not least, how would you rate your performance? What was the pressure like versus when the mics went out versus here at 1407 Niagara Street?
Probably not as much pressure. I mean, I always get nervous to perform, but I'm gonna say if like the pressure for a Sabres game is 10, I'll give it a 5.
So the rendition was there.
Yeah. Oh no, like how I did? Yeah, 8, 9, yeah.
Like that, it's 3-1. I mean, they're leaving him out to dry. I mean, we have Tuck and Thompson just barely back checking. I don't know what that is. They're just not playing with enough heart, enough intensity, enough anything right now. Seems like every scrum the Sabres are on the wrong side of and get the extra penalty. 4-1 now. You'd think by now, like maybe they'd cover the front of the net, throw someone out there. It's just bad defensive play. Bad defensive play. Captain, my captain, Darlene gets one on the power play, like 3 seconds into the power play, right off the post. Much needed. 4-2 Sabres, or 4-2 Montreal. Sabres trail with about 5 minutes left. We're not out. We're not done. Sabres with some momentum. Little dangle by Norris. Right off the post. I mean, this is just atrocious. You have, is that Caulfield? Nope. Delano running the goalie, sliding right into his pads. No hand up by the refs. I mean, he's driving to the net, hits the goalie. I mean, what are they looking at? These refs are atrocious. You have a great hit and a great play from Tuck, and they're calling it a penalty. I mean, pick and choose when you want to play off hockey. Pick and choose when you're going. It's either playoff hockey, we're burying the whistle, or it's not. I mean, this is just atrocious.
That's how you're taught to forecheck in youth hockey. And it just got totally blown up because a professional referee. Oh, I didn't see that.
Adds one of these to their artillery, the Covenant Beer Sword Limited Edition, black and red with the Warpath edition on it. We'll get a winner here. Get your green tickets out, folks. And hopefully that luck in the draw as well. Ticket number 439-442. 439-442. Come claim your beer sword. We got a winner? Really? Let's go! Give it up for the lovely lady. Let's just get a confirmation here.
Give it to him.
Or two.
Bang. Here you go.
Thank you. And thank you all for coming to 1407 Niagara Street tonight, where every night is game night.
Here he is.
Let's go. Big 20 coming up. Big 20. Big 20. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? No. Let's go. No. Nobody gives up.
Send everyone ever.
All right, I've entered the chat literally. Just got out of the car after a 7-hour drive. Last 30 of which was the second period of game 3, so that's helped. No time for cuteness, boys. No fucking time for cuteness. It's time to be hot. It's time to be smoldering. All right, Beck Malenstein literally playing his jock off draws the penalty just under 5 minutes into the third. Come on, boys. Tage, Doan. Oh my God, I thought that was in the net. Quinn, we don't need spin move dunks in the front of the net, dude. I just need pucks on net. Oh, he's got no stick.
Come on, you fucking losers!
Fuck. All right, 24 seconds on the power play. Shout out Jack Bauer. Come on. Second straight game, Sabres come out of the third period down multiple goals. They're the better team for like the first 5+ minutes, but unfortunately a bounce, a 2-on-1 ends up in the back of their net. It's been a tough fucking last 2 games in the series, I'll tell you that. A lot of series left. All right, no denying the last 2 games the Sabres have gotten smoked. It was a bad weekend. Very, very no good, very bad weekend for the Buffalo Sabres. But here's also the facts. We're only down 2-1 in the series. A lot of series left, and Montreal's got to do double the work if they want to finish this one off. We got time to recover. We got time for Lindy. We got Carrick back in the lineup. We're going to see what happens for goalie for game 4, but we'll see you there, folks.
We all need a place where we can be ourselves, somewhere you can leave all your worries on the shelf, and whether you win or lose, you can count on me, and I can count on you. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. You know this train never stops.
Folks, welcome in. It is Trainwreck today. 107 is Monday, May 11th. Do you know where your responsibilities are? Well, right now they are here on Trainwreck today. It's Monday. We got Slick on my left. We got Don on the 1s and 2s. We got Jameson in the saddle with us. He's feeling a little bit more comfortable every time he hops on that horse. We got the chairman in here doing chairman things. Figure that out as we go.
Making sure what's best for business.
Speaking, it's best for business, and I'll tell you what hasn't been best for business. I go out of town for 1 weekend to try to put. This is why you're not allowed to focus on family and sports.
No.
This is why in sports they shun family. They don't want anything to do with family. I go out for 1 weekend. The Sabres get decimated at a level that they've never been decimated in this playoffs so far or in recent history. Obviously, we knew the Montreal Canadiens were good boys, but these were some tough ones to take. You guys experienced game 2 in person, and obviously last night, second period of game 3 felt like their worst period of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. The bad moments have been really bad.
Really bad.
But there's still been some good moments. I don't want to discredit Montreal. They've been great. But yeah, there's just been some real tough moments. Game 2, I mean, Tage's worst game of his career, arguably. He recognized that. He said, it seemed like every time I touched the puck, it was a complete disaster. Game 3 starts out with a goal. We think things are different, but just lose all momentum in the second period. We'll talk about it more later. I think a large part of that was the march to the penalty box we were having. Are we getting goaded into some of these penalties and some of these front of the net scrums? I think so. I think there's a little bit of a disparity there, but yeah, tough weekend. Yeah, just man, yesterday really started well. I really thought we were going to have that game, and it just went downhill.
Game 2 was awful, and then we rest up Saturday feeling good about the bounce back because we do that, and then we play well on the road as we have in the playoffs as well. The start, like you said, Don, looked like things were on the up. Tage just finds the back of the net. Didn't need to be anything pretty. Just off the back of the boards. Find the back of the net. That gets the confidence level so much higher. We think things are going to go the right way. Just try and survive the first period. Things were looking good. Give up one at the end. And it was seemingly downhill from there, Maniac, including for Tage, who I think went right back to his Game 2 self after that goal in the first.
You hit the nail on the head. I was monitoring this. I was literally coming through. I want to say, like, at this point, a late first period, I was coming through, like, Erie, Pennsylvania, trying to get home, trying to get to 1407 Niagara Street Sports City Pizza Pub. I am, like, watching this game, and it just felt like we were in, like, a shooting gallery or whatever. Like, they were just, it was chance after chance after chance. And I credited them. I mean, listen, we went into their barn. We got a great bounce right back to Tage, and we punched them in the face. 1-0, we punched them in the face a little bit. But they answered right back. So I have to give Montreal credit very much so at this point in the series because Game 1, we punched them in the face, kind of. We did to them in Game 1 what they did to us in Game 3, essentially, like 4-1 halfway through the game. That was where we were last night. It felt like we dominated Game 1, so we got dominated last night for certain. You got to give Canadians credit. But, Don, you're also right. I think that we're not playing our game. We're taking too many penalties. I don't think that Montreal is so much better skating. I'm watching more reaching. I'm watching more, flailing sticks than I've seen from the Sabres in quite some time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, by the way, do you guys agree that you've seen them all?
I do.
Second period last night was our worst of the postseason?
I would say it was close. It was up there with, I forget
First
which.
period, Game 2?
Yeah, it was up there with that. But it's hard to tell. I lean towards first period of Game 2 just because that was a home game. On the road, though, obviously tougher second period. Like Don said, I wanted to speak on this too. Getting baited into these scrums in front of the net and stuff, obviously not our game. Can't fall for that. But the indiscrepancy with the calls of whether it goes one way or the other or checks out for both penalties. I know there were moments where they did call both guys. It would go even strength. Or even call both guys and then get an upper hand and still get a power play for the Canadians. I thought the refereeing was atrocious last night in terms of keeping it even-sided. And I don't know if that's just because you're in the Canadian barn, and it was rocking in that barn. I got to give it to the Montreal ticket holders, even if they're paying 1,300 Canadian a ticket. It was pretty rowdy in there. And they were giving it to Lyon as well. But it led to a lot of power plays for the Canadians, which I was not happy about.
Yeah, the front of the play stuff, I mean, we've seen it. Hey, if a guy's digging at your goalie or something, I think you're allowed to address it. But, I mean, you see Lyon cover the puck, and you'll see one of our defensemen turn around back towards Lyon to face, shield everyone out. They just skate by. We don't touch them. Times we got guys just standing in front, skating by the crease, not even taking a whack, just being grabbed, being bear hugged. And then like we end up going 2 guys to the box. I don't like it if you're trying to control these scrums, and you're clearly the NHL is, because they had a meeting last series with the Bruins and the Sabres. I mean, it has to go both ways. You have to, if you want to control it, you have to address the guys instigating it. And some of it, obviously, Malenstein run the goalie, deserved a penalty, but we see it. I was just
going to say, clear example, bright as day. Malenstein he has a lot of momentum, give or take, but gets shoved into the goalie, clear goal to ender interference. You would think, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Then it happens the exact other way. I forget who the player was for them that gets with momentum, defender behind him, into our goalie as well. No call, nothing. Nada.
Yeah, and then you got Dobash basically complaining that he's not being protected while he's also cross-checking guys in front of the net
and
out of the
punching
way
dudes with his block.
So, yeah, I mean, I
in game
I'm not.
2.
I don't want Lyon to play that way because I think he's got. I want him to be worried about defending the net. But yeah, I mean the front of the net stuff. All you have to do is watch the last game, and there's a great disparity going on about what's a cross check, what's allowed, and what's not. I don't want to pull a Tortorella right now because he has that famous quote where he says, maybe I should teach my guys to dive, but it does kind of feel that way. Maybe in front of the net, instead of standing there, if you take a cross check, just dive down because it feels that way.
When Beck ran the goaltender, I believe we were down 4-1. Like we had allowed 4 goals in basically like 20 minutes of the game or so.
Yeah.
So we're like, we need a vibe change. And by that point, we had gotten into Erie County.
Yeah.
We had been watching the game on the ESPN feed. We switched it to WGR 550. And I swear to God, Rob Rake comes right out. It's right after that balance side play. And we're like, we need like a little something to make us feel better. Like, this just feels terrible right now. We turn on the WGR 550. It's literally Rob Ray. And he goes, well, if you're going to run a goaltender, did a good job of it.
Yeah.
It was just the perfect take.
You kind of picked the perfect guy to do it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, John texted me after the game. He's like, well, that was horrible, but at least Malenstein teabagged Dobesh. So, because he did kind of jump up, crotch right to face. Hey, and at that point, it was already, the game was devolving into dirtiness all around. So he got a little bit of a shove. I think the jump was his way of kind of trying to maneuver around, but I don't hate it.
Do we need to stop the scrums? Does Lindy need to say no scrumming? Because that was a big part of the Boston series. When we stopped scrumming, we got back to our game.
Yeah. We outskilled them when we took the physicality.
We know we have the skill level of Montreal. It doesn't feel that way yet.
We have been hitting hard, and it worked in game 1, but the rest of the way.
But the difference is, like, in this series, and this is my problem, is the disparity. They showed a replay of Greenway. Guy two-hands him in the legs. Greenway does nothing. Shoves him. Greenway still is doing nothing, staring him down. Grabs him by the collar, starts shaking around. Greenway's still doing nothing. At what point is, that's what I mean. You got a guy just standing there. Yeah. I get, okay, a two-hander, get between them, let him go. But when once, twice, 3 times, there's got to be a penalty. And then if we got guys, getting in there and defending themselves because they shouldn't be basically allowed to get bullied. And then you said, you know what, you're both going. And I didn't like that, Benson came in and threw a punch. So he's going too. And now it's a penalty kill for the Sabres.
Which, by the way, Benson was getting mugged the entire game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's getting cross-checked by the goalie and the defenseman at the same time.
Benson's the damn joker out there.
But
he's literally getting right out.
He's public enemy number 1.
It's like Tony Soprano when he's watching Livia being taken down. He's laughing. She's laughing. It makes him more annoying. It's almost frustrating when we're down 4-1 and he's laughing. But I guess I want him to maintain the same mentality the whole time for sure.
Yeah, it's playing the mental games.
Speaking of legend, Zakaj, who is this guy? They're enforcer or whatever. He's been kind of a douche this series, but. I don't know, I punched Carrick at the end of the game. That was the guy. I can't pronounce this. It's much cleaner, the pronunciation. It's like Zakaj or something.
Yeah, mitts on 1-2, drops Carrick. I mean, the perfect guy, right? We just get him back. First game, and guys are punching him with the mitts on. And that's after your goalie's throwing blocker shots in game 3. I mean, I'm starting to not like these Canadians more and more. But, got to bounce back. And I think, like you said, too, maybe step away from the physicality. I've been loving what I've been seeing out of the role player guys, Beck in particular, throwing hits against the boards. Greenway's been having a great physical series. But the Canadians have just had enough, and they've turned it into a scrum in front of the net each time, a rat fight. And we just got to get away from that and get back to our skilled hockey, even though it is old school hockey, what's going on right now, which is Lindy's game. But I think you just got to use your skill and get away from this tenacity, per se.
Yeah, I've said it last series. I don't like the punches with the gloves on. I'm fine with the scrums and the grabbing of the collars. And there was plenty last night. If you saw, not just grabbing the front of the collar, we saw plenty of times they're grabbing the back of the horse collar almost and ripping a guy down to the ground.
Yeah,
that's dirty enough. But giving a guy a 1-2 with your gloves on to the jaw, not to the, to the helmeted area, to the jaw, dropping him. I mean, the league's got to look at that. Knowing the NHL, it'll probably just be a fine, and it should be a suspension, at least a 1 game, especially like this wasn't like there was a scrum happening, but it was a lot of pushing and shoving, really escalated things. Drop the gloves if you're going to throw a punch.
Yeah.
Drop the gloves.
Bottom line.
I'm sick of this. I've been sick of this last series. Like, drop the gloves if you're going to throw a punch. This isn't the Olympics. You can fight, get a 5-minute major, and be back and play the game. Punching a guy with the mitts on, I mean, it's just dangerous. It's stupid, and it's scumbag behavior.
Scumbag behavior, and in a game where you have no reason doing that whatsoever. You're up 4-1, and it's just.
I think 5 or 6, 5-2 at that point. 6-2 actually, right? Because time was expiring.
Yes, as you're right. Very end of the game, 6-2. No reason to do that whatsoever. You're just borderline asking for an injury, especially from a guy who just got back. A 1 game would be appropriate. Probably not going to happen on the NHL's part.
No. Yeah.
All right. Well, Sabres say they're not worried in their post-game interviews. Not a lot of haste. I mean, despite being thoroughly outplayed these last 120 minutes. So let's get into our forecast, sponsored by William Matar Law Offices. And we're going to do a 21 edition because the Sabres are down 2-1 in the series. We're going to play a little blackjack. So I'm going to give you 4 topics around the Sabres, 4, talking points around the roster of it all. I want you to tell me whether the Sabres should be surrendering, aka maybe playing less or lowering the minutes, staying, keeping things as they are, or doubling down on these 4 things. You guys ready to rock?
Let's rock and roll.
Okay, let's start with probably the lowest hanging fruit. Stanley and Timmins after last night. A lot of people not happy, Slick.
Yeah, me included. Connor Timmins never really been a fan. I think you could put a Zach Metza in that spot, and I would be a lot happier. I know that's probably not possible at this point. And Logan Stanley, not his best game either. I thought it was really tough on their pairing, but what's the proposition?
Surrender, stay, double down.
I'm surrendering Stanley and Timmins. I don't want to do Stanley. I don't want to. I think there's better pairings. I think there's probably even a better pairing for Timmins. I just think he's the lowest hanging fruit that I have to surrender on. And if it has to be the duo of them, yes, by all means, I fold.
Yeah. I'm gonna fold, surrender on that. I'm going to pick on Timmins a little bit. I really don't. I'm not a Stanley hater. I think Stanley's played well, but I think he has to be with the right guy. I don't think they're bringing out the best in each other. And again, like, I don't know, Boston series, yeah, we won in 6, but I don't understand why in the playoffs we're, benching Mets, a guy that played the majority of our hottest streak in the regular season. Why you're changing things that we're working well, and now we're in a position where we might have to change even more just for like a vibe check. So yeah, I'm folding on that.
I'm going to surrender on Stanley and Timmins too. I'm surrendering on the Timmins of it all. I think Stanley was okay in the series 1. Timmins has been bad the whole playoffs, in my opinion, for sure. We haven't gotten anything out of Timmins, so I'm out on him.
I'd be willing to take a Kessel ring even.
Well, that's where we're at for sure. Speaking of alternatives, let's go to the second line. They've basically been mute this playoff. Someone said, I think going into the last game, they had 1 goal. That's not great. So where are you on the second line of it all? Do we need to change it up? Do we need to surrender that? Do we need to keep it where it is? Or do we need to double down and get them more opportunities, get them better spots?
What is the second line we're highlighting right now? It's McLeod, Zucker, Quinn?
Yes, but yesterday it was getting shaken up because Doan was going out for Zucker a lot, because Zucker, I think, got only about 4 to 5 minutes in the second and third period, like combined or something.
So Lindy's already surrendered on the second line, essentially.
And we don't know what's happening with Zucker, what the update is with that, but limited ice time for him. I'll check the box score and get that number. But
this is going to sound crazy. I'm going to double down on the second line. I think we have a big bounce back. They're due. I think Jack Quinn's been missing the net all game. He's going to find it, and we got to get a Zuck bounce back. We had a Zucker goal, actually, in Game 3, I believe. And I'm doubling down. I'm taking my chances on this one.
I'm with you. I'm with you there. Okay. I am also doubling. I'm not doubling down. I'm staying though. I'm keeping this the second line where they're at. Don, what are you thinking?
I mean, they've just been off. Actually, no, I think we had it wrong. Is Tuck on? He's been on the first line,
Tuck's
right?
been on the first
Tuck's
line.
been the first.
Yeah, no, I'm folding. I think we need to honestly shake up the top two lines, not even just the second line.
Geez.
Well, the first seems to be the real problem.
I think you could. The first is an issue. I think you could say Tuck's been an issue. McLeod, he scored that goal last series and talked about how he has to shoot it more, and we still see him making an extra pass. Quinn, he's been just. I feel like every game I'm like, all right, now's the time where he's going to have a big moment, and just hasn't been there. Zucker, I liked his game, but apparently maybe he's hurt. Maybe Ruff saw something he didn't like. Doan's kind of been the guy shuffled between the third and second line.
Yeah.
So, and this will go into my hot or not actually later on. But yeah, we need to shuffle up our top two lines.
Gotcha. Let's reel it in a little bit here quick. So let's go Alex Lyon in game 4. Back-to-back bad games. This is a little bit simpler. Are you surrendering and maybe using UPL for a game 4 to get a spark, or are you doubling down on Lyon, who's been your guy so far this playoffs?
Well, technically, I'm going to stay. I'm going to keep him. There's no reason for me to double down exactly what you're saying.
Well, you'd be doubling down after back-to-back 5+ goal games.
I suppose, but then sure, double down. Yeah, I got to keep him in. I think there was points.
Double down.
I just think that's more of a stay. Just like you either leave him or you switch it up completely and surrender. But I will say I think there was more defensive zone presence and guarding the crease that were to fault than Alex Lyon last night. I don't think it was necessarily a bad game. Maybe game 3 you could argue more so. But I'm going to stay. I'm going to leave at Lyon to go for game 4. Don?
Yeah, I mean, I'll double down. I loved his play in the first period. I thought the first period we could have walked away from that, down 2-1, down 3-1 even. He was really playing well. I mean, if you look at that first period, there were so many point-blank shots, like right at the hash marks, to the side of the hash marks, right out in front of the net. And he was making phenomenal saves. And if you really think about it, we almost escaped that period up 1-0, if not for that late power play goal from Montreal. So I really thought he played great. Like you said, I think the goals, I mean, you look at so many of the goals, they're just wide open guys, cross-ice passes, no one covering a trailing guy. I don't think he's to blame at all. So I'll double down on Lyon.
I like that. Okay, we're doubling down. Last but not least, Tage scores early. I was encouraged. I saw the celebration. I didn't see any grimacing. People are still thinking Tage is clearly hurt or there's some issue. I'm not seeing that. I'm just seeing a guy trying to do too much and maybe being a little in his head. Maybe I'm clueless. There might be some flare-up. I don't think there's like a torn MCL or something like Zadorov or whatever last year he was dealing with. Tage minutes, I'm staying. This is your guy. You can't lower those minutes.
This is an easy stay for me. Like you said, I don't know if he's hurt. I think Don brought a great point after the game 3 when he was asked if he was playing with an injury. It was more of an insult to the terrible performance that he had. I thought things were going to get warm, like you said, after that first goal. It was an easy tap in. Finding the back of the net helps so much, though. But not a great rest of the game. I am going to stay, though. Like you said, that's your guy. He'll find his momentum at some point, you would hope. I'm going to stay. Don?
Yeah, I'm actually going to double down. I want more of his minutes, and I want more matching. I want more like, now we're not the home team tomorrow, so we can't do this, but game 5 we will be. I want, hey, if we see an offensive draw, if we can fucking win one, we'll see. That's kind of the thing. But if we can get him in there to, we win a draw, have him just in the offensive zone, take a couple chances, quick 20, 30-second shift. As soon as the puck goes low and turns over, get him back to the bench. I'd like to see Tage used in that role a little bit. Like you said, I think that playoff hockey, playoff hockey, you see a lot of stuff go. A number of times he's on a fast break, and it seems like he's getting hacked. He's getting a quick mitt pull back. A lot of those things, unfortunately, go in the playoffs, and it's kind of really hurting his separation. But you can't bail on your stars now. So
agreed.
He's the guy that took you here for sure. That is the forecast brought to you by William Matar Law Offices. Speaking of the guy who got him there, Wembanyama. So we're talking about physical play. We'll get back to the Sabres-Canadians game 4 of it all in a little bit. But, Spurs, NBA, we showed the clip. I mean, that looked like a deadly elbow. That elbow could take off the head of a mortal man.
This was like you take a glance, cock it, and then let it fly. Like this was an MMA style designed elbow. So I think this was totally intentional and the right call to eject him, Don. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more repercussion coming.
Yeah, I don't know. You see lots of times that guys go up and they try to clear out with their elbows. That wasn't that. He looked at the guy and elbowed him. His teammates look kind of says it all. In the background of the clip, you see him be like, oh my God. Like, and the funniest part of that is this must have never happened to Wemby in his career, but he's on the bench and they're like, you're out. And he's like, oh, I'm out. They're like, yeah, you're ejected. And he's just sitting there like, yeah, okay. And I think he thought it was like fouling out where you could stay on the bench. And they're like, no, hit the showers, bud. Like you're ejected from the game. You can't stay on the bench. Like, and so that was a shock, and it launches the Timberwolves to a W. That's going to continue to be a great series. I don't see him getting suspended. I do see a fine probably coming in.
I think the fine is the play. I don't think suspension, especially not with that series being tied 2-2.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, the series. I mean, between the Edwards and the Wembanyama, like let's try not to get those guys off the floor because that's exactly what we want to see.
That's the future of the NBA, right there. Those guys are going to be battling in the playoffs for quite some time down the line.
Can the brooms be stopped tonight for Le Sweep? They've been very defiant in like all 3 games. Like they've been like kind of
Lakers were leading at half. They were leading at half.
And then the Thunder are just like, we're better than you.
Yeah.
Like we're like a lot
well,
better
fourth
than you.
quarter hits. I was telling Slick this where like Lakers are playing defensive and they're fouling, and then by 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, the parade to the stripe happens that the Thunder are known for. So like they get into the bonus, and then that's why they've covered every game. Is it's like they're up 6, they're up 8. Maybe the Lakers could come back, and then they pull away and win by 15, 18. To the charity stripe, as we call it.
The first three quarters, like you said, felt competitive. But yeah, I think lace sweep is incoming. Speaking of lace sweep, just real quick, LeOne.
There's LeOne, but then someone also like said LeOne was taking all the attention in the baby tweet from, is it LaMelo Ball?
Yeah.
But then the mother's name is Anna Montana.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no,
it is. You didn't see.
No, it's not.
So see,
no,
everybody gravitated. Pull it up. But everybody gravitated to the LeOne, and it happened to me too because I started scrolling the comments, and then someone goes like, having the name Anna Montana is really getting away with like larceny here or something. Like, and I scroll back up, and it was literally. I mean, pull it up, because maybe I'm wrong.
Well, okay, you're right.
It's Anna Montana, ANA.
That's her stage name, which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Actually,
So wait.
Her real name is Annalisa Chavez, I believe.
Yeah, but she's Anna Montana for sure.
Yeah, with one A, with one N. Sorry,
with one N.
With one N. Yeah,
1A would have been something.
Like analysts.
But you got to think this is LaMelo's decision. Like 100%.
What, you think she just randomly named the baby LeOne without talking to him?
Well, she signed off on it, but like I don't know. She was like, "Yeah, let's continue your family lineage with two of your brothers, and dad, I guess, LeVar. Holy hell, this thing might go on decades."
Yeah, there might not be an end in sight for this. But the NBA playoffs, yeah. So it looks like it's going to eventually be what we got. The Knicks with the sweep of the 70s. By the way, did you see the Knicks 76er Josh Hart like shat all over Philadelphia? Like I guess Philly, I thought Philly used to be a sport.
the fans in particular,
or like a bunch of Knicks fans went to Philly, like especially with the 3-0.
I heard from people in the building that it was mostly Knicks fans.
There was that one video from inside where the building's chanting like "fucking Embiid" like it's like a home game.
Yeah,
like they're like.
Well, there's also the video where the Sixers try to get a chant going with the in-crowd arena team on the jumbotron, and it gets booed out by Knicks fans.
There was.
It is. It is wild because like Philly's known as like protecting their barn, whether it's
to
like,
defiant till death.
booing Santa Claus, throwing batteries at people, little kids giving Eli Manning the middle finger at Eagles games. I don't know if Philly's lost their stride. Maybe they just got burnt out from the Flyers series, which I mean that is a tough look for Philly, right? Getting swept back to back in the NHL, and they got swept a day apart from each other.
And let me tell you, these Sixers fans were so cocky after beating my Celtics in 7 games. Not like the Celtics have owned them for the past 20 years or anything, and then we go and get the brooms out for the Knicks. I'm happy for the Knicks. I'm happy for Mendez from Albany. I don't want to hear any slander. I'm not hating on the Knicks today. Thank you, Knicks, for getting these undeserving 76ers the hell out of the second round.
Don't steal my Knicks. But who are the Knicks going to play in the Eastern Finals?
I'm
like, why am I like blanking?
Well, I'm
so hard
blanking
now?
too.
Oh, Pistons, Cavs,
which is also
again like what is going on with this scheduling? Are these companies like so like leagues so desperate just to get like a Saturday night thing that they throw all these series off? I mean, they're just the NHL. I don't know. It seems weird that there's already a sweep.
Well,
and they haven't even played before they played game 3.
Well, the NHL is bad. The NBA has done a little better job because tonight's game 4 for the Pistons, Cavs, and yesterday was game 4 for the. So it's a little better. Like hypothetically, if this was a sweep, there'd only be a 1-day differential. But yeah, I mean, the Flyers got swept when only 2 games had been played between the Sabres and like finishing game 4 before game 3 even starts. I mean, that's just bad planning.
Very bad by the NHL for sure. You have to uphold standards, and there are things that need to be respected in that universe. Speaking of which, Vrabel and Rossini are back at it again, Don. Don, you're my insider on this.
I am.
You're my Schefter.
I said this is going to be like a slow leak in a coordinated attack. I don't know if you heard. So we tried to get you in on Friday's show. I don't know if you heard, but in our chat, the burner talk was all the jazz. So my conspiracy is that someone that is coordinating these constant leaks and fines is, maybe I put on the conspiracy hat for this. Actually made the burner, made all these comments to make it look like Vrabel, and then deleted it as soon as people found it. To create a false flag situation on Vrabel. So.
Weren't some of them like a couple years back though? I thought.
I didn't see that. I only saw all the recent ones develop, saving it. But yeah, I mean, we've been making fun of Boston for a while, and this story just doesn't end. It comes out now, another clip of them on Barstool's like feud thing where they're doing a remote contest on Zoom. There's a spicy question for Rossini saying, how would you get like someone to, I don't know, what was the question? It was like, how would you court someone?
How could someone like get a woman in the mood or something?
Yeah. And she's like, obvious answer, kissing, touching, blah, blah. And then Vrabel with I thought maybe it was Rossini just hiding it.
She doubles down. She's like, you guys could all be taking notes.
Yes. Yeah. And he goes, oh, I'm listening very hard. Like, and I'm
very excited. So I mean, it's not even a conspiracy at this point.
You definitely don't need the tinfoil for this one. Right now, it's just a matter of what falls within the scandal and what does for sure. And it seems like that definitely falls within. But I'll tell you who doesn't like things following the scandal and it being addressed on Max Kellerman. You showed me this take. So frustrating. When you have all the mainstream media who's ignoring this and all this stuff and all the like other stories as well, to have someone, I actually like Max Kellerman for the most part, but I don't know.
Me too.
Like I hate this take. I hate this take.
The take is not great, and this sounds like something coming from a Max Kellerman. He was trying to get people to forget about his infamous rap video back in the day.
Forgot about the rap
video. Think about the families for that. I don't know. Just like, where were they? Like, Don, I'll let you take it away because you said the quote.
But real quickly, you said, think of the families is just the funniest thing you could say to like try to tell people they shouldn't be making fun of this. Like, if they had just done that in the first part,
that's what I'm saying. Take it away.
Yeah, I'm saying, hey, listen, Vrabel and Rossini might not have thought about their families and all this, but everyone else in the national media, it's on you to think of their family. Not the people that are heads of households, not the people that have, entered the agreement of matrimony that they chose to enter, will weigh in, start a family, and do all these things. Listen, actions have consequences, and this is a story and is going to remain to be a story, not just because, oh, people cheated. It was they lied about it in the first place. Then they tried to pretend that it was a one-off. Then it comes out that maybe it was 6 years ago. And so is this 6 years long? Was it sporadic? When was this happening? Timelines being put together. Now it's revealed that hanging out with a pregnant woman, kids has the same name as his. This is a labyrinth of just a disaster of ethical and moral behavior on a national level. And I think people have a right to know. And if you're worried about the family, actions have consequences.
Real quick, just because you said what you said, a lot of people obviously were pissed about the Gronk of it all at the Sabres game, which we'll get into in a bit. But did you see Biz's response to Gronk talking about Biz matching with high school friends on Tinder of his? Biz responded and was like, oh, me being on a dating app is a problem when your former teammates are out taking boat cruises and like banging girls with buns in the oven. So, yeah. So maybe we have a rough.
Crazy.
That was the only probably entertaining thing to come out of that entire Gronk situation. But yeah, we'll keep our eyes on listen, if the national media isn't going to report on this Rossini-Vrabel thing, then we're going to do what we must, Don. Just like when Obi-Wan faced Anakin on Mustafar.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I think all eyes are on Vrabel. Again, a lot of people that argued, oh, it's not fair. Rossini got fired. She didn't get fired. She resigned because she knew it was so bad.
Crazy.
And so, listen, it's she's off the internet. She's out of the limelight. She's removed herself. That's fine. If anything, we're holding Vrabel to the same standard right now. That he deserves to feel the heat just as much as she does. So miss me with that
Vrabel,
shit, Max
think about your family.
Yeah, think about the families here, guys. Yeah. That's what we got to do.
Take a step aside from football and think about your family for once.
Listen, the seat's getting a little hot for Vrabel. It definitely got too hot for Rossini, which is why she had to resign. But it's time for us here at Trainwreck today. Who's hot and who's not? Sponsored by Salino Plumbing, HVAC, and Electric. Call 68-FLUSH to get your home needs solved today. I'll tell you who. Need anything solved? The New York Knickerbockers. We were talking about it. Chalamet, Ben Stiller, Tina Fey. They're all loving this run.
Ben Stiller's back from the Met Gala.
Ben Stiller's back from the Met Gala. He said he didn't think that was going to get that much attention. You're crazy, Ben Stiller.
Did you see the video where he was like, oh, and now I need to know if Timmy's going. And then he found out he wasn't going. And he was like, fuck. Now I'm going to get all the heat. And Timmy's like the #1 Knicks fan.
Speaking of which, this is topical. I've been monitoring the comments real quick. You're talking Knicks. Nick Russo, the drummer one, says, go Knicks. They made the Sabres losing a lot better this morning. So.
Yeah, I think what was the stat you said, Maniac? 90% from three on the first 11 shots?
I looked it up. They were up 10 early. It was 27-17 or something. And I looked 9 of 10 from three. I'm like, what? Some dude, with all due respect, he was I'm pretty sure he's a Knicks, both names start with M. I'd never heard of him. He was 5 for 5 from three.
And they were dividing the success. Yeah, all of them, the whole squad.
The Knicks are a fucking team.
Yeah.
They're not they don't have any absolute, like Jalen Brunson can put up 30. Towns can go off, but the rest of it is just such a team operation. And that's how they've been for the last couple of years.
It is. And I saw someone make a great comment that was what they needed to move on from the Tibbs of it all. The Brown has been a great addition coaching-wise for them. It's spreading the wealth. As you saw, everyone is going nuclear from free. A guy that usually goes nuclear on the mic, but went nuclear in the octagon Saturday night, Sean Strickland. Now, a lot of people don't like this guy. I'm not the biggest fan of some of the things he says either. It's hard to be, but he's my hot for a very big reason. Pull this up, Don, if you can. My guy. Sean Strickland is the most unlikely two-time UFC champion in history. The only guy to win multiple title belts in 2 different title fights where he was a plus 300 underdog.
I love betting odds because this shows this.
Opened against Israel Adesanya as a 3-1 underdog. Closed at plus 575. Maniac, if you remember that fight, tagged Izzy early. Rest of it wasn't close. Unanimous decision and new. Loses the belt in the octagon to Dricus Duplessis. Dricus would then lose to Hamzat. Hamzat, by the way, 19-0, was looking for his 20th victory. Undefeated in mixed martial arts. Sean Strickland opens as plus 300 versus Chimaev, closes plus 375. Goes to a war, an absolute dogfight with Hamzat Chimaev, who's been known to gas early because he's wrestling dominant. Strickland able to pull it out by split decision and become a 2-time UFC middleweight champion. I think there's only 3 or 4 other people to lose their belt win the belt inside the octagon, lose it inside the octagon, and then win it again. Those would be Rose Namajunas, TJ Dillashaw, Juliana Pena, and Israel Adesanya himself. So my hot, Sean Strickland, congrats to the new middleweight champion. Don, who you got?
My hot is something that'll transition to, I hope the Sabres are going to copy, and that is rotating your playoff lineup. Listen, the Ducks, kind of shocking the world right now, keeping up with the Vegas Golden Knights. Just tied the series 2-2 last night. And how'd they do it? They put in 2 healthy scratches that haven't played in the last 2 or 3 games in Ian Moore and Olin Zellweger. Both of them, their third pairing at D. What happens? Ian Moore gets his first playoff goal, the game-winning goal, and then you have Olin Zellweger get an assist as well. This is what I'm talking about. We need to change it up in Buffalo. Take a note out of their book. I've compared the Ducks to the Sabres a lot and their style of play, their youth, and their exciting nature. Get Hellenius in there. Get Metza in there. Get some of these guys in there to shake it up. Clearly, if you have Zucker playing 5 minutes in 2 periods, it's not working. So changing up your lineup is hot. It's working in Anaheim. Let's do that in Buffalo.
Absolutely. Let's put the pedal to the metal here on the second half of Hot or Not, brought to you by Celino Plumbing, HVAC, and Electric. For my not, societal standards in sports. What are we talking about with like the, you know, I mean, just the standing ovation for Vrabel, think of the families from Kellerman. I mean, what are we talking about? It's almost like there's a different reality in sports. And like we used to, like adultery and these things used to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem so anyway. Like these scandals, it just seems like we're in the era where scandals aren't a big deal. We need to keep those standards and we need to do it in sports, but they're not right now.
They're certainly not at all. And someone who else is not.
Speaking of low standards.
Keith Olbermann, Don. I mean, if you want to just show the people the disgrace.
This is the douchiest
that this guy put out. Yeah. What? Like, was this necessary? No. I mean, did you watch the first series for the Bruins? Did you see how well we played the second half of the NHL season to end our 14-year playoff drought? And then I also, speaking of not hot, I want to highlight my guy No Shave Dave with the immediate tweet response to Keith Olbermann with the New York Post headline. What does that say, Don? Can you read that?
Needs serious help.
Needs serious help as ex-colleagues warn threat issuing broadcaster is losing it. Which again, what was
I think it was Linda Cohn.
Linda Cohn, yeah, long time Sports Center staple. Loved her work. She was awesome. They worked together, and he kind of came after her, and she was like, "You've lost everyone's respect that used to work with you. Like you're losing it. You've sold." She pretty much said you sold your soul to become this like. I mean, rage baity guy, and that's what he's doing there. Also, I want to point out the time. Like he does that after the game. I don't even know if he watched the game. Like, you know, if he's just like time to put this out. But
I mean, yeah, I could have seen a live tweet or something.
Timeline got
barely
fucked up.
even knew who you were, but now you not only lost my respect, you're not hot.
Yeah, not hot for the Sabres right now. Back checking any sort of front of the net play. I mean. I cannot harp. If the NHL didn't own it, I would be showing this over and over and over. The play where you have both Tuck and Thompson 2 feet on the ice, not taking strides, just kind of curling into the zone, watching a guy get a drop pass and just toast one by Lyon. Lyon doesn't have a chance. This is not my Sabres. This is not the Sabres I watched all year long. This is not the guys that drink beer together and play with heart. I talked about chemistry. I talk about how much they love playing with each other and how, you know, they are just giving such an effort. The effort was not there. It hasn't been there for 2 games. And even if the effort is there for maybe half a period, 5 minutes, it's got to be there for 100% of the game. Can't have mental lapses like that. And back checking is literally an effort thing. That's all. It's not skill. You don't have to have the best shot or the best hands to back check. That's just working hard. And watching 2 of my leaders on this team not do that was disgusting.
Got to lead by example for sure. Just like the amazing folks at Salino Plumbing, HVAC, and Electric. So shout out to them. Going down the trail end here of Trainwreck Today 107. Thank you for following on Herd of Buffalo. Thank you for following on Trainer Sports. Make sure you're following all that action. So we got playoffs. We got a huge second half of the month with a lot of content. LOL Buffalo, Herd of Buffalo, and beyond. So make sure you're tapping in for that. But speaking of tapping in, let's go down the stretch right here. You leaning over there?
Yeah.
Asante Samuel. This Vrabel story doesn't go away, and Asante Samuel's got to put himself in it. This is like when your one obnoxious friend just won't stop. I guess he cheated on every person he's dated since kindergarten, he said. I think he said that.
That's something.
That got Jameson. Jameson typically doesn't get got by the material on this show, but even he had to kind of guffaw at that situation.
I mean, why would you admit?
I just don't understand. Like, again, I'm not the moral police. I just don't understand. Like, what's the point of just be like, yeah, it was an open relationship. It's not cheating. We all know it was standing. That's the thing about like Biz. He's notorious for being on the apps and playing around. And even like Portnoy and stuff. You know, he was pretty much like, you know, me and my wife had separated. And it was all good, and they have a good relationship. You can do that. You can't. If monogamy isn't for you, you can make a choice to not engage in that.
Agreed.
So I don't.
Asante Samuel's just doing like Vrabel pissed himself, so he's shitting on the floor in front of everybody. Like he's trying to cover for his boy.
It's just not the flex you think it is, at least in my mind.
Yeah, that's the ultimate form of competition.
I really do not think it's a flex. I think he's trying to earn brownie points by putting all the attention on him with his ridiculousness. He's not getting anything from this.
It's the ultimate form of competition. He wants the number one spot.
Or he is one-upping a former teammate.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit's hilarious.
It's like
think of the family.
It was like if back when Plaxico Burress shot himself, someone was like, "Yeah, I shoot myself by accident all the time. It's no big deal." It's like, well,
I did it.
I don't know if that's the flex you think it is. Like,
absolutely. Speaking of flexing, we saw. Speaking of the football world, bowling tournament for Mecole Hardman. Playoff Mecole, Slick. Should we get a roster together? Drop some turkeys?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get involved in this tournament. I know Don's probably bowling tonight.
Tonight we're taking off. Unfortunately, this is breaking news. Haven't told the group chat, but I got a lot of work to be done and prep for another show tomorrow, and we got a packed day tomorrow. So yeah,
massive days on the calendar ahead for sure.
I know we got to get Mike Bunt on that roster.
We do though.
Yeah.
I gotta train a little more.
Too distracted though? Will he be trying to get an exclusive from Mecole when he should be focusing on the lane?
Well, I think we should lane them next to each other so we can kind of get like the bowling to talk, kind of like Maddie's walk and talk, you know, bowling talk, or maybe the trash talk. We just have to make them enemies for the game.
I think they make this interesting. Put it on the line. If Bunt can toast him in a game, Bunt gets an hour interview with him. Hour interview. Yeah.
Okay.
Sit down with him for an hour and rip a pod.
And then if Bunt loses, he has to legally change his name to Mecole Bunt. That would be sick. That would be a great challenge.
That's actually amazing.
This is perfect. We got
it's not too far off.
Yeah,
anyway.
No. Like it's just pronunciation.
Yeah.
Mecole Bunt here at the new Highmark Stadium for sure. Speaking of fans going to a stadium, we've got all this hubbub. Again, we said that we were getting back to Sabres Canadians. HFTV, the Habs Fans TV, look like a very fun organization. I want to put this front and foremost. It looks like they get great fan interaction. Looks like they go to all the games. They went to Tampa Bay, apparently.
Yeah, and we got some Canadian fans in the comments. So after we talk about that, I can bring up some of those.
They're in us.
Oh, yeah.
They are all
in today's live
organism.
show, we got some we can address. So.
I saw them in the chat early.
You can't go on the Twitter. You can't go on the Instagram. You can't go on the Facebook. You can't go on the TikTok. You can't go on the YouTube without these kids. So shout out everybody from up north, the fans of up north coming in, visiting us here on Trainer Sports. But a little bit of a scandal, the assault. We're not getting anyone up to speed, basically. Like that, they said they got assaulted. The camera person got assaulted or whatever. The video came out via an alternative source. The knee-jerk reaction was a little bit like, this isn't that severe. I think that it is like, at least it's categorized as assault for sure. Like getting grabbed by the knees, someone's trying to like kind of dump you down on the sidewalk, cement. I mean, that's definitely could be an issue.
Yeah, well, that Sabres fan needs to be better. But this guy's going around trolling Sabres fans all day, sticks around in the plaza afterwards, probably giving fans hell for the loss that they just gave us. Which,
so that was game one.
All credit to or game one after.
Yeah.
Well, sticks around even more.
I agree.
To
The sticking around post game seems like
even
the biggest
more to his
misstep.
character. You're stirring trouble as Sabres fans are coming out of the plaza. That Sabres fan needs to do better. I don't know why he's trying to shoot a double leg takedown. Ultimately, doesn't go anywhere. Other Sabres fans, as this guy has publicly stated, stepped in to help him. He said he won't be pressing charges. I want to tell you, brother, good, because they would have got dismissed very quickly. Although what he did was wrong, you got away from it. He didn't dump you on your ass as he was trying to. Sabres fans helped. Leave it alone. Go home, dude. You don't need to bring light to it like you're some sort of victim. You went home healthy after sticking around after a loss at our barn in our plaza, dude. Like, what are you doing? You're asking for this kind of trouble. Given we're not those kind of people, there's always a black sheep. But I'm glad you didn't press charges because you wouldn't have gone very far with them.
Yeah, and I mean, it says in their open, those statement they released. He was assaulted from behind, and then it says spat at our cameraman. So I have a question. If you spit at someone but it doesn't hit them, is that assault? Does it have to make contact?
That's a good question.
Because there was the whole thing. This happened in the NFL last year, game one, right?
Before the first snap.
You get Dak spitting on the ground in front of the guy, then he spits in his chest. Dak stays in, and forgot who that was on the Eagles that got ejected.
Jordan... the big guy.
Yeah,
Davis?
It was their.
I don't know what
big
it
scumbag
classifies
lineman,
as legally, but just leave the spitting alone. Like,
spitting.
If he did that's scumbag behavior.
We can all agree on that. Spitting is disgusting.
No one needs to do that. Throw hands if you're gonna spit. Like, that's stupid.
I get so mad all the time, and it's never even occurred to my brain to like spit on someone or spit in someone's direction. Like, I don't
even spit casually. If I take a sip of water.
I'll spit if I got like a lip pillow in, but that's about it,
We've got some Buffalo football news. We've got a big week on tap as we wind down here on Trainwreck Today 107, but we'd be remiss not to first check in with the Trainwreck Sports Crash Out line, brought to you by our friends at William Mattar Law Offices. Don, I think I heard you on the line in the pre-show. There's a little bit of crashing out going on after last night's display.
Yeah, we got 2 calls and we got a text. What do we want to start with?
Let's check out the text first.
Yeah, all right, text. Let's bring it up. This one's pretty positive. I kind of like this one. This is about the Bills and this schedule coming out.
Oh, is this a photo?
Here we go. Mood for schedule release day.
There we go.
We got Tasker.
Look at
If you see, I think that someone put the Tasker thing on the Guinness.
Is that Tasker or is that a random person? I'm sorry. It's kind of tough to tell.
It kind of looks like it is tough to tell. Let me pull up the original image and make sure. I think it is though.
By the way, my mood has been a little bit ruined for the schedule release just because like the NFL
That's got to be Tasker. He's wearing the Bills shirt and everything.
The NFL have been such big hoes about how they're like rolling this out. Like this used to be like a small day after the draft. Like it was just like, oh, it comes out this day, like Tuesday, like after the draft, whatever. Now they're making it this whole production, everything. I get NFL. You want to literally own every fucking day on the calendar. But just can we get the schedule? People are trying to plan around this. Like, yes, absolutely.
And it's a good thing that we usually get the leaks before them anyway. So we'll probably beat you to it, NFL. But enjoy your production. By the way, I want to give a shout out. I think that might have been the first photo ever on the.
It was a photo sent with the text. That was like my mood for Thursdays with Tasker.
But nonetheless, first photo. And a great photo of that. Steve Tasker, Don, you'd appreciate the creamy pint in front of him.
Everyone knows I love a creamy
Holy
pint.
Hell, that was awesome.
But yeah, we had 2 crash out calls, kind of in the same area. So let's go with number 1.
What's up? It's Mona Lisa Vito again. I have my own crash out, and I'm not even going to touch about the games on Friday or Mother's Day, but I will lose my goddamn mind if I see Gronk one more
Can't
time
have it
in
longer on
the
the
Sabres
Chargers.
jersey, in the box. Like, get the fuck out of here. Who allowed this to happen? I mean, not only was he up Brady's ass for way too long, he's never once claimed to be from Buffalo or love Buffalo or like Buffalo, and now he's jumping on the bandwagon now? Give me a fucking break. We all know that if he never made it in football, he'd be a bouncer at Soho checking IDs. I am full team Trey White. Go Sabes.
I'm just gonna play the other one to piggyback off that one.
Yo, or folks. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but let me let y'all
Sounded
know
pretty
this
good.
right now.
Peace.
I had a few to drink. 1, 2, Sabres in 6. All right, period. Point blank, period. Today's fucking around. I don't give a fuck. Sabres in 6, period. And you know what? Knicks in 4. And you know what else? Rob Gronkowski coming in to the stadium or to the fucking bank for that game was a fucking disgrace. What makes it even worse is the Bruins got bounced. Boston's in the fucking shitter right now. Mike Vrabel's doing weirdo shit. It's all where the Sox are shit. The Bruins are fucking, they got smoked. Buffalo smoked them. And now you want to come and put the Sabres jersey on. Fuck you, Rob. No funny shit. Get the fuck out of here with your drunk, big, dumb ass. Fuck out of here. Sabres in 6, like I said. Knicks in 4. Let's fucking go.
Love it. I mean, that was kind of unanimous around Buffalo. Everyone was like, this guy the fuck out of here.
I'm locking it in right now. Sabres win this series. I'm buying Mendez any Knicks jersey he wants. Next day.
Whoa.
Next day.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Clip it.
So
Mendez. There we go.
When you ride with us, we ride with you. So let's go Sabres and let's make it happen for our guy Mendez. And I'm rooting for the Knickerbockers anyways, I think, and down the stretch run. We'll see. But I think we're up on that bandwagon.
Like, even as a Celtics fan, I don't think there's anyone in my way that I'd prefer. So,
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. But that's the Trainwreck Sports Crash Outline brought to you by our friends at William Matar Law Offices. Week ahead, we were just talking about the NFL schedule release. We've already got, can't wait for this one. Giants, Cowboys, waiting all day for Sunday night. Oh, my God. Like, could there be a more lackluster game announcement? Like, literally, it was either Cowboys, Eagles, or Cowboys, Giants. Like would have been the automatic ones. And, of course, the NFL doesn't do anything different. Why surprise us? Because they always know it's going to work anyways. We got a big fight week, though, Slecko ahead as well.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey returns to the octagon, and it's not a UFC one. Gina Carano, also Francis Ngannou taking on Philip Leans. And the fight I'm most excited for, Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz. Two guys just willing to go to war. Should be an absolute bloodbath. Obviously, both past their prime a little bit. Mike Perry's still very active in bare knuckle fight club, where is he, I think, undefeated in that promotion. Nate Diaz, always known to shed blood in the octagon. So this should be 3 great fights that a lot of MMA fans are excited for. And it's cool to see something competitive-wise in terms of MMA for the UFC outside of the PFL or Bellator, which is no longer and it's tied to the PFL. But yeah, 3 great fights that I'm excited for. I'm sure a lot of people are as well. Jake Paul doing something right in the fight world.
Say what you want about the Pauls. They network and they make it work. I mean, yeah, you've got, Crypto Zoo. You've got a lot of scandals all over the place for sure. A lot of scandals all over the place for sure. But they network and they bring people together for a gathering for certain.
I think we finally found out who our guy Mendez is. Blue flavor Jello. I don't think we put that together until now.
Whoa,
Well, I don't think we did with the Instagram.
I don't want to dox him,
until he
but
got the comment.
Listen,
down
BFJ,
there.
you're our guy, so appreciate that, and let's make it happen.
Mendez, if you're still there, what jersey would that be?
Yeah, let us know.
We got to know. I'm interested now.
Very interested.
Who I'm going with a Josh Hart. A lot of Knicks fans are pretty big on Josh Hart after last night. Or was it last night?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
It was yesterday. It was yesterday afternoon.
Yesterday afternoon, yes.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. So we got a huge fight week ahead. We got scheduling for the Buffalo Football Bills. By the way, they make a signing. That's the reason it's at the end of the show. I don't think it's going to be an earth-shattering signing. Like, we cut, literally our 90th guy, our international roster. Hold on. Mike Dana, Forgive my pronunciation. Former chief.
Yeah. Yes, former chief Pat. This is not the guy they had that meeting with last week, though. It is the same guy. Yeah. Okay, then Don and I think we talked about on Friday. We're not like this is okay. I'm happy with it.
Yeah,
we looked at the numbers.
In 87 games, 49 of those were starts. He accumulated 194 total tackles. I mean, that's pretty good. That's over double. That's 2 per game, you know?
Yeah.
21.5 sacks, 25 tackles for loss, 51 quarterback hits, 6 forced fumbles, and 1 pick. He had a career high 50 tackles, 6.5 sacks, and 13 QB hits in 2023. So, you know, he's a vet guy. And outside linebacker, like to get more depth there. I mean, it really seems like Bean's beefing up this defense. Which again, I know a lot of people are like wide receiver, but I like this because, in my opinion, in the playoffs, the defense is better.
You have to.
We have not been able to stop anybody in the playoffs the last couple of years.
But I'm saying, Don, like I said when we were talking about this meeting and the defensive line, like you need help there with all the uncertainty. Dwayne Carter coming back. You lost Bosa. You got Rousseau still on one end, but you got to beef up that defense, get some depth in there because, like you said, haven't been able to stop the broadside of a barn right now.
Yeah, for certain. But we are not stopping here on Trainwreck Sports. Again, we got schedule release. We've got Sports City Pizza Pub tomorrow night, game 4. 4's up. We got to make sure we get a victory for those Sabres. We got to come back and get the momentum going in our direction in the series. I don't know if it'll be UPL. I don't know if it'll be Lion. We'll see. Stay tuned for Crossing Swords for all that excitement.
And speaking of which, Crossing Swords pre-show right before the game.
Live.
So a live show, first ever playoff Crossing Swords live. So we'll have Gatesy in the house. We'll have Bunt in the house. Probably get Rizzo up there. You guys will probably jump up there. It's going to be madness. Make sure you get there.
Playoff show. I might have to show face.
Yeah,
but it'd steal some cameras.
You've been absent for a little bit.
Making it for the third last night.
Yeah, I mean, my crust loyalty, just to be clear, it should not be. It's beyond measure, especially at a 4-2 game. I came in. I was like Gandalf at Helm's Deep last night. The only thing missing was basically the sun.
Yeah, I was outside having a dart. You come down, racing down the road, blaring the horn. I see you followed by 3 cop cars. Managed to lose them. Yeah, like because you were. But no, seriously, he was driving very safe. But it did give me a little boost because I don't know if you know this. I was watching your location. I'm like, oh, he's gonna be here soon. I was having a cigarette. I'm like, all right, I got to get inside to film him. And then you beep, 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 right when you drive past me.
If I could have one of those horns, it would be like the like I don't know, like those old on the RVs,
you need
the
a train horn.
Yeah, for sure. But if I had a train horn, I want to bellow that from like 5 miles away. Like I want like the impending arrival.
Whoever's 5 blocks away at a red light's probably like, who's honking me right now?
That or the Sabres, woohoo!
Yes, absolutely. Hopefully we'll be saying woohoo. Hopefully our guy Mendez and his Blue Favor Jello will be saying woohoo because we will be back to our winning ways this week. Let's get a winning week. Let's get a strong start and into the halftime of May. I mean, geez, this year 2026 is flying by very quickly. A lot is happening. Make sure you're taking care of your business, folks. Make sure you're having a great week. Huge shout out to the chairman. We got J-Mo in. Jamin, he's getting comfortable, folks. Watch out. This guy's getting comfortable. He's making moves. He's making plays out here in the field. We got Dreamboat Don. We got Slick and myself. We'll all be at Sports City Pizza Pub tomorrow, so make sure you're there for the Crossing Swords Pod live show pregame before we beat the Canadians and get this series even. Let's have a great week. And you know there's only one way to do that, folks, and that's to have a good day now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.